So I'm just going to be using the NYX pore filler because Liz has oily skin. Every night before you have a client, you have to shampoo your brushes. But when you're in between clients, you could just use the MAC brush cleaner. So next, usually I use the RCMA foundation palette, which has 50% pigment in it, and it also doesn't have any sunscreen, so it's good for photos. But this Makeup Forever one is also good. It's kind of what I use, and it kind of matches Liz today, and it also has no sunscreen in it. And then I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is full coverage and it's pretty lightweight. And it doesn't crease, so it's good. Usually I like the concealer to be a little lighter as well, so give a good little highlight.
Tiana, when she does anyone else's makeup, it's probably very gentle, but with me, like she just hits me. Like sometimes when she does my mascara, if I blink, she smacks me with the mascara tube. It's really violent.
And we're also going in with a little bit more concealer. And we're just going to go over those blemishes. And next I'm going to go in with like cream contouring. I'm using the Mulac Cosmetics Cream Contour Kit. I've just started recently using it actually, and I kind of like it. It just makes kind of like the look, it makes the look more natural. And just because you're using mostly liquids, I find when you pile powders on top of each other, then it starts to look a little cakey. But then we also do kind of go in with a powder contour after. Just to set it a bit. So, and I'm using the Anna V Beauty makeup brush. This one I just really like for cream contouring and just like a lot of things. And I'm mixing these two together. It's kind of more of a yellow toned and then more of a white tone, but they're kind of both yellow toned. And I'm going under her eyes here. And up here, when you're highlighting the forehead, you just want to go right in the middle. You don't want to bring it over here, especially when you're kind of shaping your eyebrows. You don't want to have a lighter concealer kind of shaping them over here, just because it starts to look really bad with the halo eyebrow.
It's a halo eyebrow.
It's like some people, when they shape their eyebrows, they take this white concealer. You know how I conceal my eyebrows? Yeah. It looks okay when you have it down here because it's like a brow highlight, but when you take it up here, it starts to look really bad. And you should only really highlight in this area here anyways. And you want to keep the under eye highlight kind of in the triangle, but not taking it over here. You just want it under your eye. And you're gonna blend that out also a little bit after. Just because I feel like the Beauty Blender works the best with blending. And I'm going in with this color. It's more like a warm tone brown, and then I'll kind of go in with these to define a little bit more. The main goal is to just make their skin look really good. And I mean, the eye, like, it has to look good, but you could literally have nothing on the eye and just mascara and like a wash of color and have the skin look really nice and it'll still look really good. And you always want to bring it down as well.
Oh, I never knew that.
Because or else you're going to look a little...
Unless you self-tan your neck, but I don't know what self-tanner is.
But you still, like, even if you self-tan your neck, you still want to bring it down just because, you know, it could be...
Follow me on Instagram afterward.
Yeah, what's your Instagram, Liz?
It's, Liz, my name, Les Bros. You can figure out how to spell that.
Do a little wink in there.
2 A's.
Yeah. And Liz also has a food account?
Yeah, Tiana has posted, like, I think 3 times. Once without me even asking, and I was like, are you, like...
I'm a good friend.
Yeah, since when? Like, what's happening? It's called Foodcouver. If you live in Vancouver, then It's pretty helpful. If you don't live in Vancouver, then you can still follow it.
Yeah, but you also post stuff that like isn't always in Vancouver.
Yeah, like I'm going to New York soon and I'll probably be posting a lot from there, so New Yorkers.
Next, what I'm using is the MAC Prep and Prime, and this is just a translucent powder. I do it to kind of set under the eyes, the cut. Because really with setting foundations and like concealers, to really make sure it lasts and not crease throughout the day, you need a translucent powder because it's really the only thing that actually will set. And just kind of, I do it everywhere I put that highlight. And we use a color powder to set everywhere else, just because even though this is a translucent powder, it still will leave this kind of like white texture, white look. And then I'm just gonna dust that away.
It feels like one of those things like the nail salon.
And next I'm gonna be using the Painted Earth Cosmetics powder in Perfect Every Time. Weird, but it's just a colored powder. And I'm just gonna lightly be putting that kind of everywhere else. Make sure to set everything in place, so I'm just using the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. And I start off with the middle color, which is super warm tone, but I really like to warm up the skin, and then I'll go in with the gray tone color to kind of more carve out the cheeks.
Do you like
And I'm just using an angled brush for this. Usually I use other brushes, but lately I've just been using an angled brush. I don't know why, but couldn't tell you. And then I'm going with that cool toned one, and I'm just kind of carving it out a little bit more. What?
I'm just laughing at myself.
Could go in with kind of the lighter highlighting colors.
Lumiere? Lumiere probably. Hello, French.
No.
Use light. You need light.
No, I didn't. I've never learned that word in French. And I'm just going over the highlight areas once again, because we go in for that highlighted look. What you could also do with these powders, is fix up the contour that you did down below, just to make sure it isn't going too far down, or else it'll really drag the cheek down. Okay, next what I'm using is from MAC. It's Gold Deposit, and it's basically, what is it? It's a mineralized skin finish, and this is just a super bronzy kind of thing. It's not supposed to be a bronzer or anything because it's super shimmery. So I'm just taking a Sigma Duo Fiber F15 brush and putting it kind of on the cheeks and a bit on the forehead, just to give that skin more of a glow. And I'm going ahead on this side as well. God, stay out the light, too.
Sorry.
That's me.
I know you're scolding me. You usually scold me.
Yeah, usually, not today.
Not today.
I forgot to do, Liz already has a really skinny nose, but just to even everything else, since everything else is contoured, I'm just lightly going in with a cool toned contour and running it down the sides of her nose. Just super lightly, because I don't really want to contour it that much, but
My nose is gonna be like
a slipper.
I don't want it to be that.
No. You know. So lift up. I usually tell her to people lift up a bit so I could.
Not a good angle.
I'll usually go into the tail here a bit. And I'm just using an eyeshadow for this. I usually use this for people's brows. I just bought some MAC eyeshadows, and I usually will use this one for her, but right now I'm just using my Too Faced Natural Eye Palette, and I'm taking this dark brown here. I just find powders are easier to work with clients. I use a dip brow pomade on myself, but
It's cheaper.
It's not that it's cheaper, it's just easier to use.
I have no idea how to do my eyebrows.
And then I'm also going to use this brown in here. I'm using Expresso from MAC just because it is a little lighter. Not with your eyes, whatever. And I'm just going to go in the front of her eyebrow just a bit. You want the eyebrow to still look like their eyebrow. You don't want to change the shape of it at all, but you just want to fill it in a little bit more. I want to keep it pretty natural because we don't want any like really blocky brows, and Liz already has pretty full brows.
Tiana actually dyed my hair once while we were in Prague. I had to steal the towel from the hotel because it turned completely purple because we were dyeing it, and then it just got everywhere and it turned purple because it was like black dye. It was so bad.
Oh, this is just to clean up the brows. I'm using the Anna B Beauty Cosmetics highlighting pen. It's just, you could use your concealer that you used on your eyes. I just like this just because it's a little bit lighter so it doesn't cake up under the brows. Also, the fact you always want to use a little bit of a lighter concealer because when it dries it might oxidize, so it'll turn darker and it just won't look good.
I've seen this pen. Is it like, it looks good in your little like, what's it called? Instagram, yeah.
And I'm just going under her brow basically to clean anything up and to lighten it a little bit. I like to just sharpen the tail of the brow here, but for clients, and I've started to do on myself, I like the top to be a little more natural, so I won't have any product on except maybe the tiniest bit of leftover product, and I'll just run on the top here just to fix any kind of mistakes that there might be there. I always like to use, it's from the Balm, it's the Mary Luminizer.
It is the best.
It is the best. Though I really want to buy the Jaclyn Hill by Becca. Apparently that is the new shit.
Oh, I saw that on a video.
Turn. So, maybe like right there. I like to highlight just at the top here. Not bringing it down too far, and the leftover I will take above the eyebrow a bit. Just like that, gives a good little glow.
The first night that you like let me use this, in all the pictures that we took, it's the only part of my face you can see is this. Like it's just, it's so, I put so much on because I was so into it.
Yeah.
It's very bad.
I also like to go on the tip of the lip, a little bit down the nose, and also under the eyebrow, especially since we're doing a really bronzy, dewy look. This will give you that, and then also a bit in the corners of the eyes. And I'm using the tapered highlighting F35 brush from Sigma, and I usually like to use these brushes. Painterly Paint Pot from MAC. This is just a base eyeshadow, and I'm taking a Zoeva 142 concealer buffer brush, and I'm just gonna put that all over her lids. Close. Come on, man, work with me here. And this is gonna make sure everything stays on. Also, if your clients do have kind of veiny eyes, Liz has straight, no, I'm just kidding. Liz doesn't have any veiny eyes, but some clients may. This will help kind of cover. I'm just going to set it with the Kat Von D contour kit. You can use any skin toned eyeshadow, but from Swiss Chocolate from MAC, this is a warm toned brown eyeshadow, and I think it's good for some transitions. It depends how light. It depends how you use it. I'm taking Grandstand from Makeup Geek. It's one of their foiled eyeshadows. Sorry. It's one of their foiled eyeshadows. These things are the bomb, and I'm pretty sure they are so cheap.
And when we were in Vienna, guys were like, "Oh, mamma mia!" Like to Tiana, and I was like, "Hi."
Oh my god, no, it was.
I'm the approachable one. And that guy, there was a guy who's like, "Ooh, mamma mia!" Like,
that was so weird.
Like, call me, and I was like, "Ooh."
Yeah, he said, "Call me," and I was like, "Oh yeah, call you," and he's like, "Yeah, call me." I was like,
yeah. What else happened there?
I don't really remember. It feels like such a long time ago.
I know. That was a really good trip. If you haven't already watched that vlog, that was so much fun.
Okay, I'm going back in with espresso and I'm just gonna deepen that in the crease. Then I'm also going back in with that espresso and going on the lower waterline, look up. And I'm going to go with that same dark brown. With clients, I'll tell them to usually look at my shoulder or here's a good angle. You just want them to be looking down a bit and then you want to press a little bit up like that. And then you could apply your mascara. You have to use a sanitation spoolie and one that hasn't been dipped in multiple times, but Liz brought her own mascara and she's going to just curl her eyelashes and apply mascara. So she has mascara on now. I'm basically taking some eyelashes. Which ones are these? Liz brought these.
I wore them to prom. Like, I have no idea.
Alright.
They're from MAC.
These ones are from MAC. Don't know which ones they are. And I'm just using Lash Grip eyelash glue. I also do have duos, but I think they work basically the same. And I like to put the glue on the back of my hand and then take the back of my tweezers to kind of drag it on. Then basically I'm going to get her to shut her eyes, but not fully, because I don't want the glue to glue the top lashes with the bottom lashes. Yeah. Let my mom's one come. So recently, if you follow me on my Snapchat, you'll know that I depotted a bunch of my lipsticks. Basically, I got this container at Michael's, and you can open it like this, and you can take them out like this, and they're kind of just like little screw tops. It's really useful when you're doing makeup and on the go because you can obviously see all of them through this and kind of see what works best. But I'm going to be using faux. I do have a makeup palette that I usually put it on, but I'm going to just put it on the back of my hand. Okay.
Do I just do what you do?
I just touch it on. Okay, so this is the final lookaroo. I'm gonna spin. And yeah, it's just super glowy. Close your eyes.
Oh, I'm looking down.
The fan brushes can kind of be a little bit difficult. Oh, that's me.
Is it
No.
Connor?
Yeah.
Connor. Heard you guys really like him. I've been to his cabin. You don't have any friends.
You don't need mostly.
This is my bad day.
Alright, that's recording now.
I'm gonna be using all these colors today. This is way too close. This is really unprofessional.